You work every day, you hustle hard, but your life still looks the same. Why? Why does the money leave your hands as fast as it comes in? Why do some people break the cycle and others stay stuck? Because the problem isn't money, it's the mindset behind it. Let me tell you something. Being broke isn't a bank problem. It's a mindset problem. You can work 2 jobs, you can grind all day, you can sweat and sacrifice, but if your mind isn't trained, your pockets will stay empty. I've been broke, I've been down bad, and nothing changed for me until my thinking changed first. See, people believe money comes from hard work. No, it doesn't. Money comes to people who think different, act differently, and discipline their mind before anything else. If you don't upgrade your thinking, life will serve you the same bills, the same stress, and the same struggle every single day. So hear me clearly. Either you train your mind or you stay broke forever. You keep thinking the problem is your job, your family, your past, your city, your paycheck, your luck. No, the real problem is sitting in your head rent-free. A broken mind will trap you in a broken life every single time. You wake up already defeated, already tired, already expecting the same kind of day you had yesterday. You don't even give life a chance to change because your thinking already decided the outcome before you got out of bed. You pray for opportunities, but think like you're unworthy of them. You ask for money, but handle your thoughts like someone who's been broke their whole life and plans to stay that way. You keep telling yourself, I can't afford it. I'm not that kind of person. People like me don't get rich. And then act surprised when a life agrees with you. You look at rich people like they're a different species when the only a difference is their mind didn't accept the limits that you treat like laws. You want change, but your thoughts are loyal to your struggle. You feed your fears more than your faith and expect blessings to break through a wall you keep rebuilding every day with your excuses. Or you talk more about what you don't have than what you're trying to become. You keep replaying old failures like they're your identity instead of experiences you were supposed to grow from. Your mindset is like a bad landlord. It collects your energy, keeps you in the same space, and never upgrades a damn thing. You don't lose because you're not capable. You lose because your thoughts clock out before you even start. You keep waiting for motivation to show up like it's some ride that's going to pick you up and carry you to success. That's not how this works. Discipline is what moves you when motivation disappears. And believe me, motivation always disappears. You think the people winning wake up excited every day. No, they wake up committed. They don't feel like it half the time, but their discipline doesn't ask for their feelings permission. You keep saying you'll start when you'll feel ready, when life calms down, when you're in the mood. That's exactly why nothing in your life is moving. Discipline doesn't care about your mood. Discipline doesn't care that you're tired. Discipline don't negotiate with your comfort. You look at somebody successful and think they got lucky, think they had connections, think they had something you don't. Let me tell you what they had that you ignored. Consistency when it was boring, focus when it was lonely, and discipline when nobody was clapping for them. They showed up ugly, tired, scared, unprepared, and uncelebrated, but they showed up. Meanwhile, you keep giving yourself passes like life is going to feel sorry for you and hand you something just because you survived another day. Surviving ain't the same as growing. Waking up every day doesn't mean you're getting somewhere. You can be awake and still stuck. If you don't discipline your habits, you scroll for hours like your goals don't need your time. You say you're working hard, but you're really just busy. There's a difference. Busy people move. Disciplined people progress. You'd rather feel productive than be productive because discipline requires you to do the stuff you don't enjoy, the stuff nobody sees, the stuff that doesn't give you instant payoff. But that's where your breakthrough is hiding, in the stuff you avoid, in the routines you won't commit to, in the promises you keep breaking to yourself. You sit there wishing your life would change, but you won't change the patterns that built the one you're living in. You pray for a new level while repeating the habits that locked you into the old one. You keep calling it bad luck when it's a really bad routine. Every result you're frustrated with is tied to something you keep doing or something you keep refusing to do. You don't accidentally stay stuck. You maintain it. You protect it with habits you've gotten comfortable with. You talk about discipline like it's a goal, but it's really a lifestyle. A lazy mindset wrapped in a busy schedule is still lazy. You can read books, watch videos, listen to speeches. None of it matters if your daily behavior doesn't change. You wake up scrolling, complaining, comparing, delaying, and then wonder why you don't feel any progress. You tell yourself you're tired. You tell yourself you'll start tomorrow. You tell yourself you're trying, but trying isn't a habit. Trying is a defense mechanism to make failure sound noble. You don't need another plan. You need new patterns. The person you want to become cannot exist inside the habits of the person you are right now. You want confidence without showing up. You want money without managing your time. You want opportunities without preparation. You want success without structure. That's not ambition. That's fantasy. Look at your life. Look at your days. Look at the stuff you repeat without thinking. That's your real belief system. That's what you actually prioritize. You don't get to keep your comfort and expect transformation to sneak in through the cracks. Nothing permanent comes from temporary effort. You keep waiting for a big break when what you really need is a small shift repeated until it sticks. You don't need a miracle. You need a pattern interrupt. You keep saying you're waiting on a sign, waiting on the right moment, waiting on God to open a door, but faith without focus and action is just a fancy way to stay still. You think believing is enough, but belief without movement is just imagination. You can say you want better. You can pray for better. But if you don't align your mind and your steps with what you're asking for, you're just hoping life changes itself. Faith was never meant to replace effort. Faith is supposed to fuel it. You don't get what you wish for. You get what you work toward with conviction. You focus on everything except what you say you want. You let distractions steal the time your dreams are starving for. You can quote motivation all day, but quotes don't build nothing without execution backing them. You say you're waiting for clarity, but most of the time, I'm confused is just code for I'm scared to start. You don't need perfect information. You need direction, and you need to move in it consistently, even when the results don't show up right away. That's where rich thinkers separate from broke thinkers. Rich thinkers plant seeds with patience. broke thinkers dig them up when they don't see results in a week. You think persistence means trying a few times and quitting when it doesn't pop off. Persistence is staying in the ring when your feelings have already walked out. It's praying for strength and getting up and using it. It's failing on Monday and still showing up on Tuesday like nothing can stop you from getting what you came for. You don't attract abundance by begging for it. You attract it by convincing your mind you're worthy of it, then backing that belief with action until your reality has no choice but to keep up. You've got to make a decision about the kind of life you're willing to tolerate, because nothing changes until you get sick of your own excuses. You can't keep blaming your circumstances when your mindset, your discipline, your habits, and your follow-through are still operating at a level that matches your struggle instead of your potential. You don't need the world to believe in you. You need to finally believe in yourself enough to train your thinking, control your actions, and commit to the version of you that doesn't settle. Life is not waiting to hand you success. It's waiting to see if you're serious enough to claim it.